Welcome. Yeah, it's nice that that we can continue now. And let me just do one thing. Okay. At the end of the last of our last live coding, I ran into the problem that when I started it and we want to see what's going on, we just saw a white place. Actually, when we look here, it looks that it does something. So it seems that we trigger the isolate correctly with data, but it does not show anything. And I was really puzzled by this because we did it so slowly, step by step, that we changed from no isolate to to refactor it, that we can have the isolate, and yeah. So let's see what we can what the problem is. Actually, luckily I found it in the meantime, but I show you what how I in the end got to it. The interesting part is that we have here in the Mandel view in render Mandel, which is called when it's when we init and update the widget. I have here I call the render manager render file function, which returns me a future. And when the future is signaled or is done, it should provide me with an image that I can display. So this didn't look wrong in any way. Yeah. So let's see. So then we have the render manager who oh wait, let's see. Then we have the render manager that does in the render tile function. It will send a tile request to our isolate that we created, and it will then add a new completer to a map with the request count. Over the request count, I can identify the tile request that will come back from the from the isolate when it's finished, so that we then can signal it. So this did not really trigger anything in the first moment to me, but let's see. So then here in the top of the render manager, I have the point that will listen to the finished tile requests, to the tile replies that I get. And this is done here. It listens to the tile result port. It listens if it's a tile response. We process the data inside that we get back to a real image object that we then can get back, and we remove the matching completer from our from our map. Yeah, okay, and we complete it. So this looked completely right. And the first thing that I tried was, okay, let's see if we get anything back at all. Yeah, because so I added a breakpoint here, and let's see if I trigger a new rebuild. Okay, okay, interesting. So it definitely passes through here, and this really caught me cold, because I thought it's absolutely impossible. It's not possible that I complete definitely something here, and on the other side, um, let's do in the Mandel view also a breakpoint. So let's see if we ever get in here so that which would be the sign that the future is really completed. And run it again. Now I only get a lot of them here. What's wrong? And then somehow I thought, okay, let's see, what request ID do I get here? What's that on a high number? That's totally, this doesn't make sense. Okay, let's restart the whole thing. Okay. Oh, somehow it does not like breakpoint there. Let's see if it's it. No. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is so. Um, which we get an request ID 0. Okay, good. And I did it again, and I did. Oh, request ID 2 is finished again. Remember, currently we only have one isolate in the game, one working isolate. So it's not possible that another one is completed before the first one. Oh, now this looks a little bit weird. Now let's see. Okay, these are my completers, and which request IDs do they have? 1, 3, 5. Oh, this is weird. It looks that my request IDs that I have stored with the completers in the map are exactly every other one that I get back from the from my result port. So, which would mean that yeah, that every time I I get null back, and that's the trap which I actually set up for myself. I use here the question mark as null checker, but actually what I should have done is I should have used the exclamation mark, because my program logic does not allow that at this point is null any valid thing. With the question mark, actually, I said, okay, if a question if it's null, um, don't bother, it doesn't matter anything. But actually, it does, because if it's null and it does not complete anything, and I'm not getting informed of it. So please, always, if a function returns a nullable, and your application code and your logic does not allow or should not allow a null at this point, don't use a question mark. Because if I would have done this from the beginning, then I would have immediately, when I run the code, come on. Oh, I just realized I don't have any music today. This is wait, where's Pretzel? Uh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and indeed, what do we take? Do we take this? Will we try to chill and relax? Yeah, let's try chill and relax. Yeah. So, yeah, and you see here, exception, cast error, null check operator, used on a null value. So, what's the problem? That's weird. Okay, if I have done it this way, I would have immediately realized, okay, something is wrong with the request IDs that I have here. And okay, let's see where we put the elements inside the queue. And we do this in the render tile function. And I added here and I increase the do a post increment of the request count, which is fine. But look up here, where I create a tile request that I pass over to the isolate. I already did an increase, so I did a 2-time increase, which means at the first time request count is 0. It will get 1 here to the isolate, but I store a request 2 here. Then I get next time this one, the tile request will be 3, but I store 4. So it always is a one-off, yeah. So this is is really the problem. Oops, this is really the problem. So let's fix this and see again if it works now. Hey, and if you see this, the spinner works perfectly while the update is running. Yeah, so it's much more smooth. Oh, this looks weird. Ah, okay. It seems it seems it's a little bit because of we are just queuing rendering jobs when something changes. This seems a little bit too much for when we do this in the did update widget when we change the size of the whole thing. So let's see how we can change this or improve this a little bit. I'm pretty sure we can. So, let's go to the Mandel view. Yeah, this is in the Mandel view. Did update widget here. Okay. I would say let's only do a re-rendering if the size is really that different. Yeah. So if old widget dot width plus old widget dot height. Add another, not necessary, but no. If this added minus new width dot width plus widget height is bigger. So the difference of both is bigger than 10. Only then I don't have activated my bindings. Yeah. So only then. Oops. What's wrong here? Sorry, I tricked myself with my additional key mappings of the caps lock key. So now to start it again, make it correctly. Okay. Yeah. So let's So, but we have to do one thing, because this code can also get negative. So we have to add another. And we want the absolute value, so without any sign, that which should be fine. So let's see if this already improves the things. Hello? Come on. At least we see we have less. What's wrong? Something's wrong. And oh, let's just move a little bit. Ah, yeah, that's good. And it starts a little bit later. I think this is better than the triggering all them at the beginning. We can probably do this better in a moment when we have multiple isolates and we manage the isolates different. That we can abort an already running rendering. Can we do this? It's a good question. Oh, let's keep this for a later part. That's a little bit weird. Why would this change that item, man? Change it that it does no longer. Wait. They added minus 2 ones. Apps. Be bigger than 10. Let's extract that in a variable so we can have a look at it. This is right. Okay. Okay, so we get here. Now apps is 0. Yeah, okay, this makes sense because I didn't do anything in the size. Oh, interesting. Why did it? Oh yeah, I can't do it like this. Okay, good. Okay, let's forget this because this is on the tile layer that the size changes and not on the whole. And as every rebuild will, yeah, otherwise I would never re-render. That's okay. Okay, good. We have to do this differently with the speeding up. So don't ignore what I've done. But what I would like to do, I would to be able, especially that we can see better what's going on. I would like to have the ability that we can switch between um, between. What's happening here? Unhandled exception. That state on a state an object longer appears in the virtual tree. Okay, yeah, because we have because this now happened because we had still the rendering jobs running while I made it smaller, and when I make it really small, the tiles from before are no longer accessible when the future is completed. So, okay, this is not really a good thing. The interesting thing is if I can reduce this, if I in here, yeah, I think this would be a good idea. If I thought I have here the mounted property. I don't know that. Oh, somehow my broke down my analyzer. Restart Visual Studio. Okay. Wrong way. Why don't I get my Visual Studio on the wrong monitor? Okay. Data Mandel. Let's do it this way. Okay. Viewer, please compare. What's all right? So if wait. I'm inside here. Oh no, that's okay. No, I'm stupid. Okay. We should first convert this into a block and then do it. Let's see if this changed the behavior when we run it. But you see, something like this is totally normal. Happens to me that I trick myself with thinking why the heck doesn't the auto completion work, and the reality is pretty basic. That I just made it in the wrong way. So let's see. So if I make it now small. Look, no error messages in the down there, and I think it's also a little bit faster because of this, because we don't have any. Yeah, this is better. So let's add a little bit. Let us add some elements that we can control the behavior of our model, and I think I will use the we will use the app bar for this, because I don't want to have more loading stuff over our model view. So let's go to main, and it's a little bit. It's really sad that it's not possible in. Oh wait, I can make this one a little bit smaller. We can have both, and we see what's going on. Yeah, because unfortunately, on Windows, I can't say that the my Flutter window should stay on top while I'm working in the editor. So let's see, where are we? We have the, oh yeah, the app bar. There is it. There is it. And as we know, the app bar, the title is just a widget. So we can so yeah, exactly. So let's see. We have what do we else have in the editor? We have the We have a leading. Okay, I was thinking, yeah, we could use one of the action widgets, but actually I don't want to do this. We do it differently. We add here, or first remove the const because, oh no, maybe we can keep it. Let's wrap this with row and add an expanded, because I want the rest to have on the right side. So don't need any. No, not an expand. A spacer is it? Sorry, I really did too long. No real UI programming with Flutter. That a spacer. So, okay. And now we use an expanded. Otherwise, we get nasty problems with the with some overflows. And in the expanded, I use another. Wait, should I do? Yeah, I use another row because I want to have this as a fixed block on the right side. So children, and first we use text and number. And yeah, let's see, we have to render manager. Let's add already. Where's my render manager? There's my render manager. Let's add a property and work isolate account font 0. Okay. And we will increase and decrease this after this. So let's see. Where were I? I were in main. And I already said this in the previous videos. I was a little bit lazy, but also I want to keep it very simple. The render manager object, which I would normally probably register in Gedit as a singleton, or you could use provider. For this simple app, I just use a global variable. Why? Because why shouldn't I do it? Because we won't add much logic at all to the whole project. So let's just add it here. So this is render manager work isolate count. Oh. What's the problem? I might. Oh, closing. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. You see, this is already nice. Okay, and now we make two buttons behind it, plus and minus. Uh, yeah, all icon buttons. I would say we okay. So little space. Give it a little space. Let's box with 16. Yes, I can't. No, no, I can't use the const completely because of the of the string interpolation, I guess. We can try. I don't know. It only tells me it tells me here and here. Icon button on pressed. We'll do on pressed at the moment, or let's just add the render manager to functions. Yeah, that we have. Nice. Was what I wanted. And decrease. Okay. I trust that we can finish this here. Render manager dot increase isolate count. And the icon is icons dot oh yeah, I think it's icon add. Icon is icon is a widget. Okay. Okay, now it gets a little bit crowded over there. Let's it doesn't really look good, right? Honestly, I hate the new buttons. That's the reason why I want why I just used an icon button at this point. And let's keep it with the icon buttons at the moment. So freeze. What's the correct? What's the name of this of the minus? remove. Oh, I think I did. Oh yeah, remove, okay. Okay, number of isolates, okay. And I want to have, yeah, at the beginning, push the whole stuff to the right. Yep, 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 yep. Okay. Yep, okay. Okay. And let's just change this a little bit in number of isolates. Because we want to have an, yeah, okay. So we start with 0, this is okay. Now let's do it that we really can work with 0, and let's do the render manager that so you see here in the render tile, I just pass off the drop to the isolate. Yeah. Instead of this, if it's if we don't have an isolate, I would directly create the future and return it. Yeah? So let's make an if here. So if working isolate count is greater 0, because I want to be able to switch directly between isolate and non-isolate, so that you can see the difference better, how much difference is in the rendering. So else, and for this we have to go into the isolate and the isolate handler and get what we are doing here. So what we are doing here is that we do, yeah, we need this whole part here. Okay. But we don't need the, yeah, exactly. We need this part here, the rendering. So um, let's just make it clear. And in this case, data. If you're wondering how I edit here, this is other Vim bindings, Vim key bindings. I still make mistakes, so I'm not perfect with it, but it is pretty neat what you can do it with when you use it. So this is in df and dot, and it deletes everything up to the next dot, for example. And now we have to return this part we find up here in the listening part. We have to create this buffer, and let's request tile. So we definitely don't need a tile completer, but because this is already our future that we have here. So yank, copy, and we add it below here. And in this case, I remove the await because I want the yeah, because yeah, I removed the await. That's okay. So because I want the future that is in there, and we don't need this here frame. But this we do a return and much. Yeah, we don't materialize because we don't have we don't we have the we don't get some data that we in a form that we have to change, so we can directly pass in the image buffer. Yep. Buffer that has SO in 8 list. Yep. So is it a problem? Oh, it has returned something. Okay. Okay. And actually we make this here too. Oops. Uh, so okay. Oh, okay. I might have removed a little bit too much or too little here. Wait, let's see again in the isolate. So this sand, okay, no, this was not up here. Ta-ta. Here I get a frame back, and I complete with the frame. Ah, I have to, yeah, okay, yeah. And I have with the frame image at the end. Okay. So Sometimes I confuse myself. Turn. And we have here the... Wait. Okay, I have to add another then. In the above, I use an await. That's why I don't need another one. So let's return this to expression body, because that's fine. And do this here and then, because now I got the frame. And I can return the frame. Let's frame image. Yeah, now it fits again. So let's just clean some commas. Yep. Okay. This should be fine. And now, but let's make the last one, because when the frame is ready, block body, we want to do the same that we do up here in the in the above. Let's no, not up here. Where do we do it? I want to count down the currently active. Here, there is it. But this should up here too, right? I have to go into the... Okay. But it's, I have to look one thing in the grid. The I definitely indeed don't do it. Oh, I do it up there. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, everything is good. Everything is good. If we use an if we use an isolate, we reduce the we update the busy value when we get the reply the tile response back from the isolate, and if we don't have an isolate, then we use the we do it here before we do it inside here, not here. Here. Okay, that's good. So now we have to manage that we can increase and decrease the isolate count indeed. And for that, we do it in the beginning very easily, because we only allow an increase of 1 and a decrease of 1. So we create isolates. Let's think. No, we leave this like it is. We really just increase and decrease the isolate count, and then deal with. Yeah, I think that's completely fine. Okay. And we don't change the actually number of current isolates because we... Hey. Something wrong with my editor. Input. Oh, my whole keyboard is blocked. Why on earth? One of the problems with the... Okay. I have to stop the stream at this point and restart. That's really annoying. And we see us in a moment.